Hey everyone, I am here to show you my new Indiana Jones UK Complete Adventure Limited Edition set that I purchased from Amazon UK. I'll first kind of just go over what it looks like, some details of the set, the size, and then show you what all the goodies are inside, and especially the diary, which I think is the best, and I'll try to show you as much of that as what I can. It's one of the best little collectibles I've ever seen in a set like this. So, judging from my accent, you can tell I'm not from the UK like some of these unboxings that I've seen so far. I imported it, and it took about 12 days from the time that they shipped it. I got it yesterday. I do like these sets. The one thing that the UK is big on are these little things to make kids know it's not for them. Luckily they do come off, so that's great. And same, there's also one on the side. If anybody's imported sets like the Alien Quadrilogy, you'll know that sometimes they can't be removed, but this one luckily can. So, for size, I actually randomly have like a fake book, which I don't think has anything in it. Oh, my little Price is Right set. If you don't know, these are my little, I'm glad I saved these. I was on the Price is Right like 7 years ago. And I wondered where I put them, and I guess I saved them very well. Okay, look, this thing's obviously a lot bigger, but this just to give you perspective. I was wondering if, since I already have a fake book, what they'd look like, and it's pretty on par. I mean, honestly, this one's better because it's got a cool little magnet to shut it, and this one is pretty thin. It's paper. This one's kind of a felt, but I digress. It's just to kind of show you in comparison with other books. And if you don't have this set, maybe you can make your own. That'd be fun, I guess. Okay, so more on with the set. Well, actually, I've got another limited just to show you size comparison. I've got the Looney Tunes Platinum edition, and it is basically right at the same size. This is the limited edition set that's got like a shot glass in it and stuff, so you might just have the regular set, but again, it's really comparable. I've got another UK set, my Jurassic Park tin, which was my favorite until this guy showed up. Really basically the same size. Okay, well, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's open this sucker up, okay? So, took off this little piece of paper. It's got some just random info. I will keep it, and it kind of keeps everything closed in case you were to stack it vertically. The outside has a slight Indiana Jones signature. Let me tilt this, not break my camera. Yeah, it's slightly embossed. Got a little, there's the gleam to it, as you can see. That's very nice. Okay, the nitty-gritty came with a couple plastic pieces with little goodies inside. Keep them, but I don't use them currently. Club Obi-Wan matchbook. The back, I'll kind of show you. There's something I can't read. Anything goes, and the address, which is 5830 Honan Road, Shanghai, in case you want to go there. These look fake, but actually, yeah, I actually smelled them, and they smell like sulfur, so I think these things can go. So luckily the customs didn't pitch a fit about that one. Here are some tickets for the Zeppelin. This was in, Last Crusade. Sorry about that. Where's my... Right? It was Last Crusade, wasn't it? Yeah, he's not sure either. I'm pretty sure it's Last Crusade. Yeah, because that's when they had the big deal where they went in there, shot it up, and took the little plane and flew out. Well, anyway, I did actually go and look at the movie because I saw some of these goodies, and I said, hey, you know, they're great, but are they that accurate? This one is. If you look when they first go through the ticket line, you put something in his pocket, it's about this size and kind of looks like it. So that's neat in case it's accurate. Maybe they just got lucky. Here's another ticket specifically for, there it is, Henry Jones, Pan America Airways. This is also, I believe, from Last Crusade. You know, it looks pretty real the way it's kind of written in there. And there's the fare, $951. It's kind of expensive back for that year. Does it give a year? 1936. There it is, 7/22/1936. All right, next. I got a couple photos. This is on a glossy photo type print. It's even got a little curved edge, which is significant for kind of oldie time type photos. I will say the photoshopping of his face and his face, you know, when you get down to the nitty gritty, kind of looks a little obviously redone, but that's okay. Me and Dad taken just when we moved to Utah, 1912. Nothing on the back. Here's another one that's nice. See the resemblance now between you and that monkey. That's from Marion. That's a nice one from Raiders. Nothing is on the back. Faux, you know, edges being boxed. Here's a nice little film cell. There's something different about this. Let's see if you can find it. I think, yes. Yeah, it's not in English, which kind of stinks. Some of these sets were made with English, and I think some of the ones that they shipped outside of the UK, they just sent this one. I'm not too upset about it. Also, this is also not in English, and I'm not cultured enough to even know what that language is. French, maybe? Yeah. Italian? I don't know. But anyway, okay, the actual, let's see if I can, there you go. This is obviously just a reproduction film cell, and they are all the same of the Indiana with the snake. This is one of my favorite parts of it. This is the etching from Last Crusade of the tablet. And the quality of it is very nice. It's just a piece of paper, but it looks very realistic. And I bet if you get these little imprints out of it, it'd be even kind of nicely frameable, if as long as you have someone that wouldn't mind something like that framed in your house. The next thing is the menu, and the menu is another thing that when I went back and looked at the movie, looks pretty accurate to what was on their plate when they sat down. It's pretty funny, you know, coiled wriggles, snake surprise, crispy Cleopatra, soup of the day. I'll let you pause it if you feel that's, of course, the monkey brains. It's nicely done on a nice little thick piece of cardboard. These, when I looked at these, we've got some prints from each one of the movie. These are actually not on photo paper. They're basically even though the gloss kind of looks like it, they're basically a postcard. So if you're expecting a postcard material, then you'll be happy with this. This one's a real nice pick from Temple of Doom. Right? It was Temple, right? Raiders? Oh, God. I'm embarrassed. This picture I really like. You know, these two ending up together, him acting all cool and casual, and then of course, look at George Lucas. I mean, it's really his world, and we're just living in it. Look at that pose. I mean, I like this pic for that reason. This is a great little pic from Last Crusade, and I noticed this when I purchased it. When you look closely, you could tell this is shot early in the morning. He's got the, you know, most movies are start filming at like 4 or 5 in the morning. He's got some puffy face going on, but who doesn't? And the last one that people always seem to have a very strong opinion on, which I will reserve because everybody talks about how much they dislike it and like it, but that's a nice little set with all the main of the cast, and there's Spielberg being all Spielbergy and smiling. Next, we have the actual box set. A lot of gloss on it, which I really like. It's the kind of book-like where you slide it out. I won't spend too much time on this because I believe it's very similar to the American version. I don't know the big difference. You can look at one of those unboxings. Images behind each one of the discs of the specific picture and movie poster. I'll save you on that because that really isn't any different than a basic UK set. Blu-ray, it's one for each film and then one for the bonus features. The diary. This thing is pretty amazing. The quality that was put in it is really high, and it's got 140 some odd pages. I wish I could just like go through each page with you. You know, and I guess I could like go and pause it, and you can pause it, and I can just flip through every one if you want that. I guess I could put down another video. But what they do is, you know, it basically not only talks about the events in the movie, but randomly if something has gone on, like, you know, I had to get my passport photo, I look like a schmuck or something. That's basically kind of what he says. He has a little commentary, or with the arc beforehand, you see that here's one with the etching. Before after the arc scene, it kind of has him commenting on it, like, boy, I'm glad I didn't do that, yada yada, and you know, it kind of has a joke as if you can really imagine Indiana Jones writing some of this stuff. It's a little hard to make out, but not too hard. I spent like an hour and a half reading all this stuff. The other nice little bonus are these little facsimiles of letters from different friends, excuse me, from the movie. But it is just really well done. I wonder if I have any more examples I could show you. I'll just kind of flip through it. There's the Temple of Doom, you know, speaking very clearly, like, here is where they lower their victims to the pit, you know. Here, you know, the golden tongue, yada yada. Here's another one from Sala, you know, Dear Indy, peace be on you, old friend, and you know, it's done in a paper that you'd expect him to write it on. There's a professor from his college just hanging out, and there's a U.S. Army. Then, you know, and it goes through each movie, and there's some more. Oh, this one's funny. This is, he got his driver's license back. Remember in that whole boat where he jumped off and it exploded? This is him saying, like, oh, somebody sent it to me in the mail and found it. It's the 4th time I've lost that thing. It's really, really good, really well done, which makes this set, I feel, highly worth it. The Grail stuff, little ads. Anyway, a lot of people gloss over this in their videos, but I'm trying to show you as much as I can, just because it's really just such a good piece. I mean, it's not real leather. It doesn't have that wonderful smell. It's just kind of some faux leather, plasticky type stuff, but done really well. This set, price-wise at the time, everything's relative. I think you could still get it for sale as of you know, summer 2012. But it, I feel, is very well worth it. At the time when this came out for retail, I think this whole set, including shipping, was less than $20 more than it was. Of course, this, like I'm sure Back to the Future and the Jurassic Park, will go down significantly in price to the point where, you know, you can get this probably for a song not too long from now. But as a whole, the collectability of this set, the quality of this set, compared to the price, especially the price of the sale of whatever it was, $60 or $69.99, and this being only a little bit more than that, was worth that extra month wait I had to wait for this thing to be produced and shipped compared to our general US release. So I really like it. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them for you. Oh, a little side note, you know, if you care to keep watching this, I was going to say about the UK, if you ever have a problem, I found in the US with a UK set like I did with my Jurassic Park. Oh, and they all will play on you know, US players. It's not region locked. I got this set, which I'm a big fan of the movies, especially, of course, the first one. If you have a problem with the set, Amazon UK generally just sends you a replacement. I did not have the digital copies in here. They were just missing. So I emailed them. They were like, oh, we'll send one to you right away. And I was like, I just kind of would like reimbursement or just the copies or whatever. But they sent me a brand new one. I was obviously just going to say, you know, if they send you a new one, you basically send the old one back, and then they'll reimburse you the money, but then they charge you for it initially. So basically they send you one, and if you want to keep it, you have to pay for it. And you only have 30 days from the time they ship it to get it back to them. And there's the problem. From the UK, it takes almost 2 weeks to arrive to you. It takes almost 2 weeks to get it back to them. So you've only got maybe 2 or 3 days to do the swap and make sure you send it back to the UK. And I was just going to keep it and resell it, but they sent it to me. Amazon UK sent it, basically another one just like this, wrapped in just cellophane, wrapped in just stuff like this. And the problem with that was it just got all dented up. I mean, obviously it's a sturdy case, but the point of the collection is to have it be all nice and glossy and not dented. So it was completely dented up. So then I did have to literally send it back. So it was all for naught too, because the digital copy UK codes did not work for my US computer. They could only be used by a UK system and UK iTunes. It was a mess. So it ended up all being for nothing. So I sent obviously the busted one back, and I just lived without having the digital copy. So what I'm trying to get to, my point is, if you have a problem with a set, make sure it's a significant enough problem that you want to go through the hassle, because just based on their chat, without me even trying to work it, I told them there was a slight problem. They said, boom, okay, we'll send you right away. Here's a confirmation, and they just sent me another one. So it all kind of depends on how they ship these things too. And I've had 3 things shipped, and one of them was shipped poorly, one was marginal, and this one was fine. I wish they would take a little more care since it's going across the pond. But anywho, that's just my little side note about that. All right, thanks for checking this out, and I hope you're able to get it. If this is something you want and desire, because I think it is highly worth it, especially if you're an Indiana Jones fan.